Hey everyone. So we all know who Jake Andrich is, and if you don't, I feel sorry for you. Well, anyways, in a live, he was asked if he thinks he could survive being homeless. And Jake explained how he would be able to survive. And he also stated that homeless people are stupid because they sleep like on the sidewalks and everything, and how are you supposed to get a good night rest when you're there? And he suggested, go sleep, somewhere by a river, or somewhere away from the street where you can actually get a decent night's sleep, because in my opinion it's not safe to be sleeping on no sidewalk or up against a building. And then he said that homeless people are stupid when it comes to the money that they're getting panhandling, which is true, because you know darn well what they're buying. They're buying alcohol, they're buying drugs. They're not smart. So there's a TikToker that I guess he needed to get the views, so he could make some money off of Jake Andrich. He completely took that live and flipped it around, saying that Jake Andrich was making fun of homeless people. Not at all. He explained how he would do if he was ever homeless, and he admitted that homeless people are stupid. They're stupid, okay? And I'll explain to you in a few how they are stupid. So watch Jake's live stream that I screen recorded, because whoever put it up, I wasn't able to save it. I had a screen recorded. So this is Jake's live from, I don't know when it was.
Abs reveal. If I had abs, I would show them. Denise C score. Thank you. Do you think you could survive if you were legit homeless? Yeah. I would probably be like the most efficient homeless man ever, right? What I would need to survive if I were homeless, I've thought this through. These dumb, man, homeless people are not smart. The thing is, I see homeless people, they're out camping, off the side of a street. At least go out into, the river valley or something a little more, remote, okay? Number one. How you gonna get a good night's rest? Dumbass. Number two, they be wasting their money on dumb shit. They go and get, some, I don't know how they fucking get. They get the dumbest shit. When you give them money, they go and get the dumbest shit from the fucking convenience store. They don't even know what to buy. If I get $10 a day panhandling and I'm homeless, I'm getting a rotisserie chicken every single day. That rotisserie chicken is 100 grams of fucking protein. That's just gonna feed me all day, and it's cheap as fuck. And it's all good. It's not fucking. I'm telling you right now. I thought this through. Do you need wait, what is this, treasure? What is this?
Now that you've watched that, you can get what Jake was talking about. He was talking about how homeless people aren't that smart. When you're out on the streets, you need to have some smarts, and some homeless people do not have smarts. And don't be coming at me at all saying, well, you don't know what it's like to be homeless. You've never been in their shoes. Bullshit. This city I live in right now, I was homeless on many of those streets, okay? I slept at bus stops. I slept in abandoned buildings. I slept in cemeteries. Sometimes I didn't sleep at all. But you know what? I was smart enough to get my ass away from the street when it came nighttime. And when I had money, because I had a job, it's just I was down on my luck, and I hid my work clothes in a locker where I worked. I would go and get the dollar food from McDonald's back when they actually had dollar food, or I would get some Little Debbie snacks, grab a bottle of water or anything. I used my money for stuff that would actually be helpful for me while I was on the streets. So don't come at me and say, oh, you don't know what it's like to be homeless. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Just last summer, I was homeless, living in a tent by a canal. Yeah. Then I ended up here, which is better than being homeless. So don't come at me and say, I don't know what it's like to be homeless. And as a person that has been homeless, I agree with Jake. I agree with the fact that they're not too bright. Why would you want to be sleeping on a street at night when you're not going to get a decent night's sleep? Go like to the woods or something. You know, go to a park. Okay? What you do is wait until everything's dark, and that's when you get in. That's what I did when I slept in a cemetery. I waited until it was dark. I had my plan and everything, how I was going to get over that fence and where I was going to go. I had it planned out. And this was in the dead of winter that I slept in a cemetery. And he stated that, you know, homeless people are dumb when it comes to the money they're panhandling. Yes, they are. They are, because it's going to drugs. It's going to alcohol. Not all of them, but most of them. It's going to drugs or alcohol. And I agree with him. Go to the store, get a rotisserie chicken. You know, something that suffices you, gives you energy. You know, something that's going to hold you over until your next meal. So yes, some homeless people are stupid. Seriously, they are stupid. I deal with homeless people here in the city quite often. And I looked at them and you know they're on drugs. You know they drink alcohol. You know, and what are they doing? They're sitting in front of buildings. You see them with their blanket on the sidewalk with their head covered. It's like, dude, you're not safe out there like that, okay? Unless you want to be put 6 feet under by somebody mugging you or pew-pew-pewing you. Homeless people are not too bright. Me? I'm lucky that I was a bright homeless person. I've even helped homeless people while I was homeless. There was an older gentleman, probably like in his 60s, I believe he was a vet, living on the streets. If I had an extra $1 or $2, I would give it to him before I would even go and get me something to eat. And I'm sorry, I agree with Jake 100% on his video, and he was just replying to somebody that asked him if he thought he could survive if he was homeless, and he made a point. He made a point. All right, so now watch the next video, and this is the TikToker that needed to get the views. So what do? He exaggerated Jake's live so he could get all these people coming to his video because he's mentioning Jake. Okay? A lot of people out there follow Jake. A lot of people out there like Jake. Everybody likes Jake for different reasons. And, you know, if you know Jake, you know what kind of content he does on TikTok and outside of TikTok. So watch this next video.
So there's a bit of Jake Andrick drama right now. This guy, he's really popular for his thirst traps. Loverboy Brad, a TikToker on here, has made a video talking about how Jake was on live and he was saying some really classist and really insensitive stuff about homeless people. The comments of that video are actually full of a ton of heinous stuff that he has allegedly said. If you want proof, ask Jake to post the live. Personally, I don't think there's any space for classist remarks like that, especially when your wealth comes from people giving you money. Jake doesn't have a talent. He doesn't have anything that's special about him except for the fact that he looks good on camera.
Now, that person who needed to make some money off of Jake Andrich blocked me on my main account, but doesn't realize a lot of people have backup accounts. So when I went to search for that video, it wasn't there. So I went into my other account and I found it. So he blocked me because I called him out for what he is. Now, who is in the right? Was it Jake? Or was it that Cody person? I'm on Jake's side on this because I've been homeless. I have been homeless and I know how stupid homeless people are. I just happen to have been a smart homeless person. So you can take whoever side you want, but I agree with what Jake said. Okay? And you can disagree with me all you want. I really don't care. But this person just needed to make some money, used Jake Andrich, used his name, make some money. It's kind of sad, if you ask me. Me? I'm not making any money anymore on here, so it don't matter to me that I used both of them in my video, because I ain't making money off it. Okay? I'm out of that program. So, yeah. So, bye for now.